Hey yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy DJ, and I just want to talk about something real quick because it's something that's been on my mind for a while, and this is just something. This is just how I think about things, and it's just basically what it is about like the effects that things have on me. And this ain't like a mental health thing or anything. This isn't like a I'm sad type thing. This is like a it's just how I think about things and how things like just have their effect on me. So specifically, what I'm talking about, which I mean, I guess you could apply this to a lot of things, but like when I watch like a show or something, whether that be like an anime or something that I find on Netflix or anything, when it's a series that I'm watching and stuff, and it's over, it has a very profound effect on me for quite a while, and it's not like, oh, like after like an episode, like I'm like in some like deep trance or anything. No, it more happens at towards the end of the series, like when the final episode happens or the last episode of that season, or for like if I'm done reading a good book, or like yeah, like when that happens, it usually has like a like an effect on me, and like I think about the show a lot, and I think about like things that could have happened in the show, and I think about how the characters would have reacted to certain things, and it's an effect that lasts quite a while. Honestly, it could last up to like a week, depending on how much I enjoyed the material. And like the main reason I'm talking about it is because for some reason, after all this happens and like when I'm done, I'm thinking about it. For some reason, I feel like I feel empty, and I feel like there's like nothing else can really grasp my attention for a while, until it seems to like that feeling fades away. So it's like for example, when when I first started watching Attack on Titan, this is when the first season came out. When I finished watching that, I was also watching other anime at the time, but I couldn't really focus on them as well because like Attack on Titan season 1 was really good, and then that was in like what 2012, 2013, I don't remember. But then it was only until last year, that December of last year I think it was, that I finally watched season 2 and season 3. It actually may have been earlier this. Actually, no, I think it was earlier this year, probably like January, February. That I watched season 2 and season 3, and after I finished watching them, I felt so empty. I felt so bored, and I had no desire to do anything else. Like I would try to start up a game, and all I could think about was Attack on Titan, and what else could have happened. I wondered like how different things could have played out. Like what could have happened if they got the commander instead of Armin, and like all this other stuff. And it just makes me think, and it makes me wonder. And but most of all, I'm usually just chilling there, empty, just like what should I do? And it's not like I'm sad during these times. It's not like I'm in a sad boy state, like ooh, like nah, it's nothing like that. It's just like I guess I get lost in my own world for a little bit after finishing them, because I want more, but I know there won't be any more forever, or there won't be any for a while. That's what I say. Like it could last from like a day to a week, depending on how much I like the show. Like, and for Attack on Titan, it lasted like a week, cause like I was just so lost. Like I listen to the soundtrack constantly while I'm at work, and like I'm just constantly thinking about like, oh, what could have happened if this happened or this happened, or I wonder if they could have avoided if they did this. But it's usually those things. It's just like I'm thinking about the show often, and like that's what happens when something really good grabs your attention. Like another example, when Bioshock Infinite came out, and I got it day one, I beat it in one day. Then the next day I played it on hard and beat it another day. But after that, that was all I could think about for like a week straight. And that's what happened. Like I said, that's what happens when something good grabs your interest. It keeps you thinking about it for a while. But I just want to know, what's the feeling of emptiness that I feel? And like I said, it's not like I'm sad or anything. It's like a feeling of like, damn, that was really good, but what do I do now? It's over. And it's like, I don't, I'm not too sure. And like, personally, I haven't really dealt with a death in the family that of someone that I was really close to at all. And I'm terrified when that day comes. But I just want it. Is that how it feels? Now, of course, that's a more personal level than a show would ever do. But it's just like, is that what it feels like? That like you don't feel like doing anything. It's just you and your thoughts and thinking about what could have been. And I'm just not too sure because, well, first and foremost, like, I don't watch that many shows anymore. So like, every time I do watch a show, I do get heavily invested into it. Like, the main reason I'm even making this commentary is because I just finished the show, and I'm constantly thinking about what could have done, or what if I was in the position, what I could have done. And the show that I just finished watching was Evangelion, and I really enjoyed this show. It was good. And then I watched the movies. Well, I watched one of the movies. I'm gonna watch the other ones when the last one comes out. But I watched Evangelion and then the end of Evangelion, and I'm like, what would I have done if I were in Shinji's shoes or something? And that's, I don't know. And now, after it's been a couple hours since I finished watching it, and I'm just sitting here just wondering about it, but at the same time it feels like my stomach is like dropped. Like, you know that feeling when like you're riding on a roller coaster and you're about to go over the edge, and when you finally go over, like your stomach just drops. That's the kind of feeling that I have in my stomach, because I feel empty. Like I said, I don't know how else to explain it. I just feel empty, and I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain it, cause I don't know. It's like a dive into my mind or something. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It it kind of makes me feel like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward's all alone, and then like it's like all alone, and like it just overcrowds him, and then he gets smaller and smaller, and then like he eventually, like, breaks free. Except I'm not going crazy. It's just something that I think about. I overthink about the show, and like it constantly has me thinking for days at a time until it finally just fades away, and then I go back to being normal. And I guess that's really about it. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's a weird feeling indeed. It's a weird. It's a weird thing to go through. To just feel such like I don't know if emotions is the right word, or I guess feelings, but I guess the feelings and emotion kind of go hand in hand. But it's weird to have such. I'm gonna say feeling. It's weird to have such feelings about a show after it ends. Like, it's done. It's done. You already know what happens. It's all over, and here you are still thinking about it. And it's different when it's like you want to go watch a movie at a theater. Personally, at least for me, like when I go watch a movie at a theater, it's like boom, bam, bop, it's done, and I don't really think about it. Like, yeah, I'll think about it a little bit, but it's not at as to the point as if I'm watching a show, especially when it's like a good show. Like, if I watch, like, another example, when I watched the Witcher series, I fell deeply in love with it, and since I played the games, like, yeah, it's not 1-to-1, but it's still pretty damn good for what it is. And when it was over, I was just like, I wonder how things would have played out if I were in the shoes, what I would have done. And that Witcher lasted, had an effect on me for a while, probably like a week and a half, because I just enjoyed it heavily. And then now the newest being Evangelion, and I'm just, now here I am making a commentary for something that probably no one else feels really except me, because I feel like most people, they just watch a show and they're done. Like, yeah, they'll think about it for a little bit, but they wouldn't be like, damn, I can't watch anything else for a while because I can't focus. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I could probably could start another show, but I already know in the back of my mind I'm probably gonna be thinking about Evangelion or whatever show I just finished watching at the time, and it'll just repeat. It's gonna repeat once that show gets off my mind. I start another show, and it'll keep going on. The only time I think that I wouldn't necessarily care about a show if I were to finish it is if it's something like, I don't know, maybe like a comedy show or something. That's about it. But when it comes to like a serious show, like a shonen or like a drama, a romance, a slice of life, an action show, they have a profound effect on me after finishing it. And I don't know. It's a odd thing. But yeah. If you guys enjoyed this, like, I don't know, this delve into my mind of how I process certain things, it I I mean, if you liked it, rate, comment, subscribe. If you want more, I guess I can make more. I don't know. This was just a random video. This is just like a one-off type thing. I don't know why I decided to record it, but I'm not even gonna bother cutting this video out or anything. I'm gonna just probably throw some footage over it and just upload it as is. But yeah, I'm DJ. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuce.